Hey guys, what's going on? I hope everyone is well. I myself am in God's good graces. Uh, I'm here with my family. I'm alive. I'm well. Um, was able to have a moment of silence this morning um, to remember all of the victims of 9/11 and the subsequent victims of the 20 years war afterward. And, you know, coming from New Jersey and being able to witness firsthand what happened that day and all the events that transpired afterwards. Uh, 9/11 is certainly something that is burned into my mind, and it'll be an experience that I'll never forget. Uh, every year when we honor the fallen on 9/11 and we tune in to listen to the families of the many victims recite all the names of those who died on that day, it almost reopens the wounds, right? But uh, it also solidifies the idea that no matter what, we need to come together as a country to protect each other, to honor the fallen, and to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again in this country. And by making sure that nothing like that ever happens again in this country, we can help to ensure that nothing like that ever happens again in the world. That may be high level optimism, but I'd rather be optimism or optimistic rather than be 110% totally pessimistic. Um, this morning, when we watched the 9/11 tribute and we saw sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers go up to recite the names of the victims, I realized we've been doing this for 21 years now. And a lot of those people grew up in that time, uh, 21 years. There was a 35-year-old um, Marine veteran who was up there who recited the name of his father. And, he was 14, 15 years old when he lost his father. And he's a decorated Marine now. So that just shows me that as a result of him losing his father in the controlled demolition of 9/11, he went and joined the service and decided to commit to the service of his country. And God bless him for that. Today, though, I want to get past simply mourning the loss of 2,977 people at the World Trade Center on September the 11th, 2001. Again, we've done that for 21 years now. There have been many people who have um, highlighted the holes in the official narrative, and it's been important work. However, you and I and everyone who may be watching or who may eventually come across this video, we know that much of that evidence has not been shown to the general public. Much of that evidence has been dismissed as fringe theory or conspiracy theory. But we all know and we have learned that there is not much in the way of conspiracy theories anymore. We've had treasure troves of information that's been declassified. We've had information that through diligent research and through the findings of internet sleuths, we've been able to realize weren't conspiracies at all. In fact, those who choose to use the term conspiracy theorist, they are the true theorists for believing that none of this is actually possible. Um, Now, really quickly, a brief introduction. I was 16 years old myself when the events of 9/11 happened. I was way too young, way too ignorant, and way too naive to consider anything other than the official narrative, right? I watched a video of George Bush at the school, and the children were reciting the words that they were learning that morning. And again, as a 16-year-old, you don't realize what you're watching or what you're hearing. But now at 37 years old, a father of three, you start to pay attention to each and every detail, especially once you've red pilled yourself and you can never go back to sleep again. And if you go back and you watch the video of Bush um, at the at the school. I hope I didn't say Washington. If I said Washington, I'm sorry. George Bush at the school, you'll notice that the group of children are reciting 4 words: kite, hit, steal, and plane. Again, that's kite, hit, steal, and plane. Now, obviously, that's fascinating because immediately after they recite those words, immediately after, within seconds, a member of the Secret Service approaches George Bush and advises him that planes have struck the World Trade Center. And we've all seen the video. We know he sits there contemplating. You could almost see the thoughts going through his head, but we can never truly understand what was going through his head. We can only speculate. And after you've combed through years of information, you can now speculate, probably with real accuracy, exactly what he was thinking that day. And I guarantee you, it was not what you may think. Go, go, go. So, there's 4 books that I want to recommend you guys go through, and that's at any time. But if you decide that you no longer want to follow that narrative that some guy in a cave with a laptop and a satellite phone coordinated the greatest and most strategic penetration of the United States in history, then I would suggest first starting off with this, okay? And this will allow you to gain discernment, okay? And you want to ask God to guide you and to grant you discernment. And discernment is simply the ability to judge well, okay? You start off with this. You want to then pick up this book here by William Milton Cooper, a high-level naval intelligence officer who risked life, limb, and career to expose information that was being hidden to the general public. I need you to stay here, watch TV, play in your room. Where's the remote control?